Hey everyone, today I'm going to be starting the ultimate project polish. I want to incorporate a couple different styles of project and I want to create the ultimate project for myself this year. But I feel like this is going to be the coolest project yet. I've been having a blast finishing up polishes these past couple of years, but this time I want to do things a little bit different. The first year, I was just finishing up whatever I could. The second year, I was kind of working on a Project 4 swipe where I did 4 different uses of each bottle. This year, I want to not only finish a bunch of polishes, I also really want to dive into my untrieds and use as many of those as I can this year. So these are my goals. Let me tell you how I'm going to do it. Those 4 goals being to reduce what I have, to buy less, to use up what I have, which kind of goes along with the first one, and to try as many untrieds as I can in my collection. So to buy less, I want to put myself on a low buy. I have kind of been adhering to this for the first couple months. I need to do a low buy because the last year I bought somewhere in between 500 and 600 polishes in 1 year. That is overconsumption at its finest, and I really need to cut back. For me, I realized it was a coping mechanism, and now I'm just enjoying my polishes and don't feel the need to just grab every one that calls my attention. However, I have still been buying polishes. The first month, I bought 9 polishes. This second month, I bought my polish pickup polishes for the month, but right now the goal is to only be buying 10 or less polishes each month. I feel like that's a lot of polishes, but considering how many polishes I bought last year, I feel like it's being lenient, yet being mindful of the fact that I am a big spender. With all that being said, I'm gonna start rolling footage in the background of me sorting polishes. So one of the things I wanted to do when I started this project was really look at my collection, see what I had, and do a serious destash. So that is what you'll be seeing in the background for the rest of this video. And we're going to be getting really cozy with our relationship here because I'm totally in my PJs for the sorting process, but it needed to be done. I had to take every rack from my nail polish library, take it out, sort through, see what I've used, what I haven't, mark them, and then kind of pull out the ones that I know that I don't love anymore, haven't used, don't want to use, and do the dang destash. Along with that destash, I'm going to be doing a huge giveaway. So if you're not subscribed yet, definitely make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss it. I did fail to mention that along with my low buy, I am going to be pretty lenient for a couple of months. Those being the Christmas month, my birthday month, and just kind of fall into Christmas in general. That's when a lot of the releases come out that I really enjoy. So I'm going to be more lenient kind of at that mid-end to the year type of time. But I also really need to just let myself be when I go to Polish and Beauty Expo this year. So for July, I also will be pretty lenient. Otherwise, I'm going to be trying to be as strict as possible with my buying habits. So I'm going to buy less. And then, of course, as you're seeing, I am getting rid of a lot of polishes here. So reducing, that's also happening here. I have about 700 polishes in my collection. That is a very rough estimate. It's kind of a guess. But I did destash over 100 polishes. I destashed 101 Dalmatians. No, but yeah, I did destash a lot of polishes, mostly ones that I bought in the beginning, kind of on the cheaper side, just to fill my collection, to start my collection. I now realize a lot of those are colors I don't actually really like or wear, and I am being soft on myself because I know that this was like my grieving process. So I kind of did a little bit of hoardy at the beginning with just as many polishes as I could get. Now I'm starting to see it's more about the different finishes and certain colors that I really enjoy. So now I can kind of let go of ones that I know I'm not gonna love and let them go to a home that I know will love them. As far as using my untrieds, Part of the sorting process was going and marking each of the bottles that I still haven't used yet. I just went ahead and put an elastic on all the tops of the polishes that I haven't personally tried, just to give myself an idea of maybe how many polishes I haven't tried in my collection and to show me what I should be using for this upcoming project. And that brings me to the polishes I want to use up. I did go ahead and swatch these babies out, so let me just show you the 20 polishes I would like to finish this year. Let me just pop right back into full size here so I can show you these polishes. First up, I have Mango For It by OPI. This is a beautiful shimmery like orange polish, but it has this like really small golden particle shimmer in there, and then it does like shift to green on the utmost extreme angles, and it's not super strong of a shift. They're just kind of large particle shimmery particles. But right now it is my favorite orange in my collection, and I feel like it will make me wear orange, so I'm gonna just go ahead and try to finish this one. This next one is also a OPI polish. This is just a beige nude type of color, and it's definitely really close to my skin tone, so definitely a mannequin hands type of polish. It's actually what I am wearing right now with a topper over it, and I really enjoy the formula of this polish, but I hate that there's no name on the bottom or anywhere for me to reference. There was some numbers here and it just says Go-Go. So I don't know that that's actually the polish name. I really doubt it, but I really like the color on this one, and I'd like to go ahead and just use this up because the no name thing really irks me. Same kind of goes for this next one. It's not an OPI, but it is a no name polish. This one's going to be a little bit harder to show. It is a topper. So there you can kind of see the bar glitters in the topper. There's like hex and bars, and it is a yellow golden glitter mix by LA Colors. There you can see it a lot better than on the swatch wheel. There's kind of a little bit of a yellow hue to it, multiple different colors of hex in there, yellow and that like yellow hollow, and then there is some hollow bars. There it is on the swatch wheel. You get all those crazy bar glitters on there. But yeah, nice topper, pretty much can go over everything, but the no name thing, it just irks me. That brings us into my eye glows. I love these polishes. You can buy 3 eye glow minis for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree, and not only is that an amazing price, I love the quality of these polishes. They're actually really good. And as you can see, I have used a little less than half of this one, probably like 40% of this, but I really enjoy it. It's a beautiful pink polish, and it does have the slightest bit of pearlescence to it. It's this one here. And I don't know, I just really love it. I really love pale pinks like that in general, and that's why I've got 2 of them in this project. I do not mind wearing them. I love wearing them, and I have a lot of them. But again, with the no name thing, I just can't do it. And another eye glow here. This one is a really nice blue tone, and this one is also about half full. I used maybe 60% of this one. The tone is a really nice blue tone. I really enjoy that color. It is the only one that exact tone in my collection, but that's okay. I have a lot of blues, and it's just so pretty, so it definitely is one I want to wear, and it's one that I've been enjoying, so I know that I'll be able to use this one. And of course, that one has no name, along with the next 3. So I'm going to stop saying no name. Just assume the next 3 have no names. This one is a Jen & Barry's prototype. This one is a beautiful pink polish. And again, with that slight pale pink vibe to it. And then this one has the smallest baby blue particles in there. You can hardly see them. Like, it's just a dash to give the finish a little something extra. Especially with the light, I don't know if you're going to be able to see those little blue particles. They're really hard to see, even in real life. So yeah, this is another one, really pretty. The 2 pinks are slightly tonally different. This one's got a little bit more of that like purpley cooler tone. This one's a little bit brighter, more pastel-y, a little more vibrant. So it gives a little bit of change as far as the tonal differences on those pinks, but I just really like pale pinks in general. So yeah, another really pretty one. The next one is another Jen & Barry's Proto. It's so pretty. This one is a purple toned polish with some, I would say cool tone flakies in there, like multi-chrome metallic flakies. And then there's like the slightest bluish silver shimmer to it. It's really, really interesting. I haven't really seen anything like it. And that is what it looks like. You can kind of see that purpley, juicy shimmer on there. It's kind of in the next polish as well. So pretty. And then that next polish is like a blue tinged white or a grayish blue with like a bluish silver shimmer, really interesting. And then it also has like the slightest pink micro flaky in there. So another really pretty Proto by Jen & Barry's, and I did work on this one in my project last year. I really enjoy this polish. Another one that was in a previous project is this next julep. This one is called Chris. I've used about half of this polish, and it is a silver micro flaky with some blue micro flakies in there to give the silver a little something extra. It's just that the particle size is a little bit chunky, so it gives it more of like a gritty finish rather than a smooth finish. Only in the looks, it doesn't feel gritty by any means. Just a really cool textured looking polish, really fun. But I have so many metallics, it would literally be sinful if I didn't have a couple in this project. The next one is a topper that was also in a previous project. I did have to thin this one quite a bit. When I pulled this one out, it was real goopy looking, and you can see way down here where I was before, I had to add that much thinner to it. So yeah, I almost doubled my product because of how much thinner I actually had to put in there, but this is what it looks like, and I feel like this will go good with a lot of the polishes that I have in this project. So that'll be like a nice complimentary topper, and I really enjoy this topper. It's so stinking cute. And this one is called Roxy. This next one is Kayla. I wore this for the first time this summer and I fell in love. This polish is so on point with indie polishes. You literally can't tell. Like, it literally looks like I bought this from one of the smaller indie brands, and I love the glow on this polish. It is so juicy, sexy, stunning. I love it. So this one has like a blurple base with a really juicy purplish pinky shimmer. It is just so stunning. I love, love, love the shimmer on there, and I just cannot wait to wear it again. So I figured if I put this in the project, then I would really be wanting to wear one of the polishes. Not that I don't really want to wear a lot of these polishes, but oh my gosh, this is just so gorgeous. The next one is another one I'm really excited for, even though it's kind of in that plain, boring cream category. A lot of people might think it's boring. I just love tones like this. That like almost white pastel in any color really, but this purple tone, I've used multiple bottles of polishes all the way through in tones like this. So it's definitely in like my highest category of gorgeous polishes, and I just feel like you can play with them so many different ways. I love this tone. So it is definitely really pretty, really light purple, especially compared to this blue toned purple. Really love it. This one is called Lulu. How precious, considering Lou is literally sitting right off camera. She's just hanging out. I love my Lulu. This next one is gorgeous. This is almost in the metallic category. This one is Juleps Marisol. I wanted to pause it here just to say this bag that I'm showing here, I'm literally destashing my backups. Nope, not even my backups were spared. But on with the project. I love this polish. It feels like end of summer going into fall, but honestly, I like wearing this one on my toes any time of year. Okay, sorry, but here are all the polishes that I destash, and in the future I will do a video on them, and I'll have a magical link in case you like any of them. And now, back to Julep's Marisol. This is a gorgeous polish, and from back here you can see how metallic, shiny, and nearly mirror-like that this one is. I love the finish on this one. You can see that it's really sparkly, but it's also got this like plated shine once it's actually on the nail. Love this polish. It has been in a project before and I adored it. So I definitely want to keep going with this one. I'm going to miss it when it's gone. Unlike the next one, I hate this polish. And I have 2 bottles. You guys, this is Tanea by Julep. It is the most standard basic yellow, but I don't really wear yellow. Like, look at me. My skin is bright pink, especially just me holding this bottle. I turn into a lobster. Like, it's not great for my skin tone. It pulls out the red, and I'm not down for that. So this one is one that I'm kind of having to force myself to wear, but I bought it. Nobody wants my old Julep polishes. I'm the one that sought these out, and honestly, this is one of those regrets. Like, why do I have 2 bottles of this one? They probably came in lots, so I can't really blame myself too much. But the reality is I bought 2 of them and now I've got to use them up. So this one's about halfway through. I'm going to see what I can do with this one. That is one bright sunshiny yellow. It's almost mustardy. It's just so bright. The next one is a bright one that I have enjoyed so much. This one has been in a project before and I really enjoyed it. It's almost gone. We are down to like the last quarter of the bottle. If you can see, the fill line is like right there. And this is a beautiful coral, pinky coral, bright coral, gorgeous coral polish. This one is called, oh my gosh, there's no name on it. So that's why that's in here. So yeah, another no name. This one's a julep. And again, just the most perfect tone of coral. So I can't wait to start playing with this one again. I didn't even realize that one had no name, y'all. The stickers fall off eventually. I've been fighting with this next one for quite some time. This one is Oscar by Julep. I've had the label fall off on this one 1,000 times. I keep trying to stick it. I've even super glued it to the bottle. Still falls off, so that's kind of interesting. But this is another gorgeous metallic. This is one of those large particle glitters. Absolutely dazzling, stunning, shimmery polish. I love it. It demands attention, and honestly, it looks really pretty sitting next to that coral. It's kind of a combo that I'm wanting to try just looking at the wheel, but you can see that it is ultra shimmery and glittery. Definitely really reflects that light, but so gorgeous. It builds up like a metallic plating on the nails and just is so shimmery and pretty. This next one is Denver by Julep. This is pretty much my favorite robin's egg type of blue. I'm absolutely in love with this polish, and this is another one I'm really going to miss when it's gone. I have found a couple polishes in this tone range, but not quite this color. And I feel like that's because this one has faded. So this one has faded into the perfect tone, and that's not always going to be perfectly easy to achieve. However, I do really enjoy this polish, and I don't mind using it up. I just have so many polishes. Even if I really adore something and am going to miss it, like this Marisol, I have so many other polishes to fill the void. But this is that tone of polish that I really, really enjoy in the blue range. Blue is another color that I don't really enjoy. It used to be my favorite, not gonna lie. Blue used to be my absolute favorite polish color, but a lot of them don't look great on my skin tone. That is just something I've had to grow to accept, but this is one of those tones that I just really love, and I did just buy something kind of similar from someone's destash, so we will see, but yeah, really enjoy this color. The next one is Plummet by Sally Hansen. So now we're getting into the little bit bigger bottles here. This one is like a 9.17 mil. So yeah, 9.17. And this one is very dark, especially once it dries down. I feel like it's a little bit darker on the nail than it actually is in the bottle. but I really like this one, especially as a base to flakies and things. So this one will definitely be a really fun one to use up. This one is a one coater though, so it might take a while. We shall see. This next one is a grayed off white called French Tip Lilac C. So this one is a Y2K polish. This one is from 2001. This is from the year my first brother was born. So cool. So this one is definitely an older bottle. Really cool looking. This is an Avon polish. I only have two in my collection and they're from this same time period. This one is one that I got from a destash. It was from one of my vintage bundles, and this one is probably 30 to 40% full. So it does have a pretty hefty fill line, which is kind of hard to see on camera. There we go. So this one should be kind of easy for me to finish. The swatch here did get a lump bump in it, so I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but that's kind of the color that I'm working with on this one. Another really soft, light color. They're calling it a lilac. I don't think so. This one is more of a lilac to me. This feels more like a gray. Again, this one could be faded. Not really sure. I didn't own it originally, and it is one that I picked up from a destash, so I'm not 100% certain, but I do really enjoy a light white grayish color. I really enjoy an off-white, and I like my grays super light or super dark. I have finished a bottle of a mid-tone gray, so I'm not going to act like I just don't like certain grays or something. The reality is I think I like those steel blue versions of that medium tone gray. I just really like the lighter, darker aspects of the grayscale. At least right now. My polish taste does change, y'all. I don't know. Is that happened to anyone else? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Like, I used to be a dark polish girly. Like, black, dark blue, that was my jam. Now, I really like things like pinks, things that I thought I would never wear. So, yeah, really interesting. And if it's happened to you, I really want to know about it because I just want to know, is this like a common phenomenon? Or are we the weird ones? Are we like in a special club? Let me know. This next polish has been in my project before. This is another gorgeous, gorgeous vintage polish. This one is from Capri Lacquer. I have looked it up many times, can't find anything about the brand. Look at the bottle though. Is that familiar to anyone? This reminds me of Funky Fingers. It's the exact same shape. Very interesting, very weird. I really love this polish though. As you can see, it is that mid-tone baby blue type of color. And then it has this really interesting silvery, goldy type of shimmer. It's got both tones of metallic in there. And it's just really interesting. This definitely was the color of my childhood. Any type of metallic baby blue just screams 90s. And you can see here that it has got kind of a metallic-y look due to the shimmer, just like the particles in this one give it that kind of mirrored look. So definitely really fun and interesting. Here you can kind of see the shimmer in the bottle, and it almost gives it brush strokiness. Not quite, but it's kind of what it's looking like in the light by the camera. Kind of interesting. But in real life, it just looks so metallic. The fill line is way down here, so I've used quite a bit of this bottle. It was partially used when I got it, but I've used a lot of it, and I hope to continue to finish this one. I do have other polishes in my collection very similar, so I won't miss it much, and it's kind of an awkward bottle. I don't store it with my Funky Fingers, so it just feels out of place. And this is one that doesn't have a name. The name sticker fell off, and the name sticker was scratched out, so you couldn't really read it anyway. Another no name. So yeah, those are the 20 that I want to finish this year. If I don't finish them this year, I'll roll them in next year. Because really, I also want to try as many of my untried polishes as I can. So yeah, that's kind of all of my goals for this year, kind of a lot going on, and that's why I'm deeming it the ultimate project polish, because I feel like there's really a lot going on in this one, but I feel like I'll get a lot done with this as well. Super excited to dive into polishes that I have yet to touch, ones that I bought at the beginning of my journey that I've just been begging to be worn. So if you would like to see what I wear, what I've been doing, catch up with the updates, definitely make sure you are subscribed. I do post all of the manicures that I wear each month in a monthly mani video, as well as updates to my projects. But that's it for this one, and I hope to see you in the next one. But until next time, friends, thanks so much for hanging with me.